Imagine leading one of the biggest banks in Singapore and then deciding to let go of a massive chunk of your shares just as the market hits record highs. That's exactly what Piyush Gupta, the CEO of DBS, did recently, raising a lot of eyebrows and raising even more questions. Why now? What could this mean for DBS, the banking sector, and even the broader economy? Stay tuned as we take a deep dive into this unexpected move, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Welcome back to 2230, where we bring you deep dives and detailed stories that go beyond the headlines. Today, we're covering some significant moves made by DBS CEO Piyush Gupta, whose recent decision to sell more of his DBS shares has stirred up quite the conversation. Piyush Gupta, CEO of DBS, has sold even more of his shares during a recent bank rally on November 7th and 8th. As DBS shares climbed to over 40 Singapore dollars, Gupta took advantage of the rally, offloading 300,000 shares in two separate transactions, as reported by the Business Times. The big question is, why now, and what does this mean for DBS and Gupta himself? This sale came just after the bank announced record profits of 3.03 billion Singapore dollars for the third quarter of 2024. Yes, that's right, a record-breaking quarter. A surge of such magnitude could be seen as a sign of strength, yet Gupta decided to reduce his holdings. He sold 100,000 shares on November 7th at 41 Singapore dollars and 75 cents each, and followed up by selling an additional 200,000 shares the next day at 42 Singapore dollars and 20 cents each. In just 2 days, Gupta managed to cash out a whopping 12.6 million Singapore dollars. While that sounds like a lot, it's essential to note that this represents just a fraction of his total stake in the bank. Gupta's shareholding dropped from 2.2 million to 1.9 million shares. So it leaves us wondering, is Gupta trying to reallocate his assets, or does he see something that the rest of us might be missing? The timing of the sale is intriguing, especially given the broader banking rally. DBS shares weren't the only ones on the rise. UOB and OCBC shares also broke record prices on November 11th. It seems like the entire banking sector is riding a wave of optimism. Yet in the midst of this high, Gupta is cashing out. This has led some analysts to speculate, is this merely a personal financial decision, or could it signal a peak in the market? This isn't Gupta's first time selling DBS shares. Following a 27% pay cut in 2023, Gupta began selling off some of his DBS shares in May 2024, trimming his personal stake significantly by letting go of 500,000 shares. His selling pattern this year has made many wonder whether he's trying to capitalize on the bank's current high performance or preparing for life beyond DBS. It's worth mentioning that Piyush Gupta will be stepping down as CEO in March 2025, so is he simply putting his financial house in order before the big transition? And this leads to our question for you, our viewers. Do you think Piyush Gupta's decision to sell his shares is a smart move, capitalizing on the market highs, or does it suggest that he knows something about the future of DBS that the rest of us don't? Should investors take this as a signal? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 2230 for more insights like this. We're all about bringing you the stories that matter and encouraging conversations that count. Let's keep this discussion going. What do you think is next for DBS and for Piyush Gupta?